everyone, I'm Carla Santos Matos, and I'm part of the digital automation team at Pfizer. I landed in this role because I was previously in a digital rotational program. So right out of college, I joined the rotational program and I was in 4 different roles over 2 years. And I learned so much about the different areas of digital and the Pfizer business. And after completing the rotational program, I was offered the opportunity to interview for the artificial intelligence team at the time, and I landed the job of communications and portfolio lead for that team. So I really got to learn a lot about automation and artificial intelligence, and I do have an IT background, but these were not things that I was studying in school since they were so new. It was kind of coming into corporations right as I was graduating. So it felt a bit like being on a startup within a huge corporation, which was great because we had to get this off the ground and market it to people and do all of those things that startups would do for their products, but just within our own company. So I got to experience the 2 sides of working on a small team, but then also working with thousands of people across the globe. So after the artificial intelligence team split up, I stayed with the automation piece of it, and I continued doing awareness and adoption, as we call it, but that's communications and marketing. And then I also took on an intake piece, which is essentially talking to the different areas of the business and what we call clients, but they're really other people from within our organization who are looking for automations or possible processes that they can optimize. And I talk to them and get to know exactly what they're looking to do and gather their requirements and make sure that their projects are ready to go and it's the best process to be optimized, or if we should be optimizing a different process. Sometimes automating everything is not the solution, and we need to narrow it down to figure out what the best thing to automate is to produce the most value. Once they're launched, it comes back to me, and I produce these go live messages, which we send out to different areas of the organization. Whoever we worked with, we send it to, and our leadership within digital. And these have been really important in growing our service because it's sharing the value of a different team's automation can show another team what they can do, and it can also show how just doing this digital project can provide so much value for saving money at Pfizer, saving time, actually bringing medicines to the world faster. We can impact different things depending on the team that we are working with, and sharing these what I call elevator pitches or elevator speeches with the other areas has produced so many new automation opportunities and projects for us. So what I really try to stress with these elevator speeches and these elevator pitches is that we want to know what the big picture is. What's the impact for Pfizer? How are we going to use this to continue to develop breakthroughs that change patient lives? We all work here for a reason. We want to make patients' lives better. In addition to my role on the automation team, I'm also part of the Digital Pfizer Women's Resource Group. And I'm on the steering committee, and as part of that, I advocate for women taking on roles in STEM or growing in their current roles or reaching their full potential, which I think is so important because when I was growing up, I didn't have that many role models of women in technology. There weren't as many women in leadership positions in technology for me to look up to, so I decided to focus on my other passion, which is marketing, and I still always kept that technology drive in the back of my head. And then when I graduated, I was like, I would really like to find a way to mix these 2 passions together, and that's exactly what happened for me on the artificial intelligence team and now on the automation team. Was I was able to mix my creativity with my tech background, which can sometimes be a little difficult as well. So I really want to help other future women come into the organization and be able to mix what they're passionate about and grow in their careers in tech, even though that hasn't happened as often for women in the past. Something that I hear from other women in my industry or in tech or in communications roles within technology is this feeling of imposter syndrome, where they feel like, am I really a woman in STEM, or am I really a woman working in tech? And for me, there's an extra layer to that because I do marketing and communications for a tech team in the pharmaceutical industry. So whenever people ask me what my job is, it's a little bit complex to explain. But I do believe that I am a woman in technology because I have to know so much about automation. And when I was on the artificial intelligence team, I had to know so much about that as well in order to do my marketing job, in order to promote the service, and also in order to prove myself. So if you are talking to all of these very technical people about building automations, or if you're talking to the people who are looking for the automations, you have to sound like you know what you're talking about. And so I had to learn so much about these different solutions in order to do that communications and marketing piece of my role, which was great because I'm so interested in tech as well. And I always joke that I have the newest Amazon device whenever they release it. And so I got to bring that passion for innovation into pharma, which I'm also extremely passionate about, and mix in my marketing experience and passion as well.